What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Now, today I've got for you something slightly different than usual. This is something I've done actually once before, about a year or so ago, and you guys absolutely loved it. Don't worry, it's the normal sort of stuff, Reddit readings, of course, and today I've got for you one story which is very odd, but that's the beauty of Reddit, and specifically relationship drama r/best of Redditor updates. However, I'm going to be doing this slightly differently. Today there's going to be no editing, so you're going to get my raw live reactions to this story as I go through it, as I read it. Any mistakes, anything I say that's is unfiltered, I can't edit it. This is just me riffing. So sometimes, I'm going to be honest, guys, when I do these videos, I like to think after I've read a story about, what exactly should I say here? How exactly do I feel? But today, there's no time for reaction. We're going to be getting straight into my thoughts off the back of this. So if you've ever really wondered exactly how I feel about a story, no editing, raw, uncensored, this is probably the episode for you. So without further ado, let's get into this story. You guys know what it is from the title and thumbnail, but goodness me, is it a weird one? As I said, this is from r/best of Redditor updates. It's a relationship drama story, I suppose. I, a 24-year-old woman, found hundreds of pictures of my brother, who is a 20-year-old man, of course, on my boyfriend's laptop. My boyfriend is 24. Can anyone please explain to me what is going on? I mean, you talk about titles. It's just brilliant. Now, this was originally posted on August the 30th, 2018. And of course, there is an update to come, as always with these stories. So let's get into it. I've been with my boyfriend for a year. Our relationship is/was great, and we honestly never had any serious problems. We both have full-time jobs and live together. He's good friends with my youngest brother as well, mainly because of their shared interest in fitness, workouts, etc. They hang out a good amount and go to the gym together. In hindsight, the fact that they're good friends makes this all the more creepy. Yesterday, I was home alone and my boyfriend was at work. I needed to print something out, but my laptop wasn't working at all. And my boyfriend has several laptops, and there's one in particular he never uses. At least, I've never seen him use it. I thought it was some dusty old thing. I grabbed it, and it was not shut down properly. It took me straight to the photo albums, and there were hundreds of pictures of my brother saved. Oh no. Most were pulled from his social media accounts, but there were also pics of him from his rugby team's website. What the flip? This isn't even the worst. There was an album that only consisted of creep shots and videos. Pictures of him sleeping, even videos of him getting changed. You could clearly see in the videos that he wasn't aware he was being recorded. What the frickin' F? The last pic he uploaded was literally last week. This is so creepy. I don't even know what to say. There were also pictures of someone's gym clothes. I'm assuming they're also my brother's. Yeah, they probably are. I'm confused, disgusted, and shocked. What the heck is going on? When he came back from work, I just went straight to sleep. I couldn't even face him. I honestly can't think of a good reason he would do this. I mean, straight guys don't usually do this, right? Well, let me tell you, as someone that is a straight guy, no, I don't normally do this. I don't know if I should even confront him about it. Should I ask what this whole thing is about? There we go. That is it for the original post. Too long didn't read. Boyfriend has tons of pictures and videos of my brother saved on his old laptop. It's extremely creepy, and I don't even know how to confront him about it. Well, let me just say this. That's one of the weirdest things ever. Secondly, you obviously have to confront him. Like, your boyfriend has pictures and videos of your younger brother on his laptop, and your younger brother has no idea he was even being filmed or taken photographs of. Yes, you must confront him. And I would say, obviously, you break up with him immediately, even potentially go to the police. But let's see what the people of Reddit were saying. Let's jump into some relevant comments. Somebody said, he's clearly got a thing for your brother. It's not a healthy way of expressing it. Creepy as anything, but it's quite obvious. So confront him, Tell him how uncomfortable it makes you feel. Be prepared to break it off with him. I'm sorry you're having to deal with this. Yeah, very reasonable. Pretty much exactly what I said. OP said, it's weird because I never even suspected that he has a thing for my brother. I would have noticed something like that. I honestly can't believe it. Well, you didn't notice it. So there you go. And also, you know, clearly your boyfriend wants to keep this a secret. He probably is bisexual. Maybe he's even gay. Who knows? And yes, he might be ashamed of this. And he's probably trying to cover it up as much as possible. I mean, I would be pretty ashamed of having a folder full of pictures and videos of my girlfriend's younger brother on my laptop. I probably wouldn't want to tell the people of the world about that either. But there you go. Now, OP also added this in the comments. I was talking to my brother the other day, and he told me, oh no. See, this is what you get when it's like sort of live like this. Live reaction to the following sentence. He told me that his dirty clothes keep going missing, and that he's convinced someone at the gym or other places keeps stealing it. Oh my goodness. I just found it kind of funny / weird at that time, but now I'm thinking it's way more effed up. Yeah, probably is. What is he doing with your brother's dirty clothes? I think we all know, realistically. Maybe he's putting them in the wash, helping out. I doubt it. Let's jump into some other comments. It's not just that your boyfriend is sexually attracted to your brother, but that he's clearly obsessive. I'm a single guy, and I'll look at Facebook pictures of my crush, but I don't save them onto my computer. That is super creepy. That's very fair. And him taking pictures of your brother sleeping sounds criminal. Yeah, that's what I said. This is a lot worse than your boyfriend being secretly gay. Completely agree. Somebody else replied to this saying, in my opinion, saving them isn't so much of the concern as is taking the creep shots off him. That is a serious WTF. Yeah, I mean, that is the illegal stuff there, surely. I would take the laptop and show my brother, then go to the police to report it. Boom. Exactly what I said. Let me know in the comments down below throughout all of this, guys, by the way, what you're currently thinking. If you do a little timestamp as well, that's pretty cool, because then I will know that you're sort of reacting live in the way I am. You know, if you listen to the whole story and then give your opinion, it will obviously be influenced by the update that we're going to get into and future comments. But if you give it a little timestamp now, then I'll know that maybe we're thinking the same things, maybe not. I feel like this is a pretty cut and dry case. Somebody else said, I don't recommend confronting him alone. It's a valid point. This is some very unhealthy stuff. And I feel like if you corner someone with this sort of thing, he may react in a way that puts you in danger. Don't do that, even if you crave the dramatic airing. I don't think OP is the sort of person that does crave the dramatic airing or the drama, given the fact that she said, I don't even know whether to confront him or not. I feel like if she loved the drama, she already would have done. This probably goes beyond drama, though. This is more like, oh my gosh, my boyfriend is a creep and might go to prison for this. Last comment. Somebody said, yep, I suspect the boyfriend will react very poorly to OP confronting him. And this is a big revelation that could potentially bring to light something the boyfriend wants to hide and is ashamed of. This could be really dangerous to OP. That's very valid. Yeah, I completely agree. I would like to say that wouldn't happen, but obviously I've got no idea who OP is, who OP's boyfriend is. So yeah, it's probably best to you know, have some backup here, especially given the fact that what he's doing must be illegal. I don't know where you are in the world, but it must be. You can't just take photos of people without their consent if they're sleeping. Also, we don't know where this person, where your brother was asleep. Like, is it in his bed in his own house? Actually, it must be, right? I imagine your boyfriend is staying around at yours, and then what? Gets up in the middle of the night and goes into your brother's room and takes a photo of him. I mean, that's the worst case. Jesus, that's really quite disgusting. Anyway, let's get into the update. This was posted, what, a month or so after the original, back in 2018 still, but the start or the middle of September. Sorry, this is just a funny start to an update. Sorry to disappoint, but this isn't a positive update. I don't think anyone expected it to be positive. Imagine, like, oh wow, we got a positive update. Turns out, my brother actually asked my boyfriend to take loads of creepy photos of him without his consent, which makes no sense, and store them on his laptop. You know, what could possibly be positive about any update? Anyway, I'm still trying to mentally process it all, hence the delayed post. So I grabbed the laptop to take pictures of the photo albums. I found way more stuff than I originally stumbled upon. A lot of the commenters in the original post said that he probably used me to get closer to my brother. Oh God, that's a good point. Didn't even think about that. I didn't quite believe it at first, but they were right. Okay. I didn't even think about that. That's so disgusting. While I was taking pictures of the photo albums, I found more folders. He began saving these pictures 4 to 5 months before we started dating, and my brother didn't even know him at that time. Oh my God, so he fully did use you to get close to your brother. That realization sent chills down my spine. That's sending chills down my spine now. I also went on the internet. The bookmarks, the browsing history, it was all horrific. I'm not going to elaborate because it's honestly sickening. It's clear that he has an obsession with my brother, an extremely violent and disturbing fantasies about him. I'm not talking about BDSM or bondage, although some of that was there too. This was absolutely messed up, scary stuff. I cannot believe that I was so clueless about everything. Sorry, so it's worse or more violent and more disturbing than BDSM and bondage. Okay, so, I mean, I'm not even going to begin to imagine what that might be, but yeah, you can probably work that out for yourselves, I suppose. Jeez. I went over to my brother's place and I explained everything, showing him proof on the actual laptop. He was shocked and creeped out, of course, but didn't believe that my ex was behind this for different reasons. But he's not gay. He wouldn't do something like this, etc. Notice how, thankfully, he is now an ex. I wanted to go to the police, but he completely refused. I explained that this isn't just a crush from a seemingly straight friend. This is an unhealthy, psychotic obsession. He completely denied that he was in danger and actually seemed embarrassed more than anything. I told him that my ex actually started creeping on him months before our relationship began and took all of these creep shots. Besides, the browsing history and bookmarks were specific to him. It would make anyone freak out. When I showed him the pictures of his clothes, he was very confused. He asked me why would my ex steal his dirty clothes? But even then, he still didn't want to go to the police. To be honest, your brother's probably in a bit of a state of shock right now. Can't quite believe this is happening and is probably trying to sort of like calm the situation down and make it seem to himself as if it's not as crazy as it is to you know, sort of settle himself, because I feel like if you accepted the fact that this is the facts and this is what's going on, you'd go to a weird place. You'd be in shock, wouldn't you? I mean, think of the reaction to that. So he's probably just trying to calm himself down and be like, no, I don't believe it. It can't be that bad. It's probably a little bit of disbelief in there. Anyway, my plan was actually to confront my ex in public, but my brother just straight away texted him to come over. Side note, he arrived super fast. I wonder what he was expecting. When my ex came, I showed him the laptop and I asked him to explain. The entire situation was so bizarre. While I was talking, he seemed incredibly angry. I've never seen such a look on his face before. But then he calmed down and casually confessed to everything. He said that it was just a habit he got into and that he's truly sorry. At that point, my brother said that this is probably a prank and that it wasn't funny, etc. Sorry, I just got to go back to the word habit there. I have a habit of, going on my phone when I go to the toilet, going on TikTok. That's a habit, right? It's, pretty harmless. I don't know what it's doing to my brain, but pretty harmless. And yeah, it's a bit of a habit. Not sure about the habit of taking unsolicited photos of your girlfriend's younger brother and thinking about the fantasies of what you want to do to him that are more dark than BDSM. Not sure that's a habit. There we go. Maybe it's just a difference in definition there between me and OP's ex. Who knows? I mean, fair enough if it is. Just not quite sure about that one. Anyway, OP says, I started crying a little and my ex rolled his eyes and told me to stop crying. He was so nonchalant and cold, I didn't even recognize him anymore. Then he said that he would immediately stop doing this if we kept this to ourselves. I think my brother finally believed him then because he was absolutely dumbstruck. Okay, so maybe your brother then actually did think it was a joke or something all along. Again, he probably just couldn't like begin to even fathom that this was legit. Imagine if this happened to you. It's actually crazy. Like, you think you know someone and then they've been doing this. I have a little theory myself that actually, and you know what I'm going to do just for this? I'm going to go back to full face cam because I do actually think this is true. Everyone in the world is, I think, quite a bit darker / weird than they portray. I'm not talking sexually necessarily. I just mean in general. I think a lot of people have a darker side to them, not in like a malicious way, not like this, but like a more kind of, I don't want to say perverted, but they're into certain things that you wouldn't talk about publicly, even with like your close mates and stuff. And again, I'm not saying it's to this extent. And even me saying this now is why I think a few of you will like the fact that this is sort of as live, unedited, because I can't go back on what I'm saying right here. I think that, you know, a lot of people are maybe 1% of you know, OP's ex here. They've got a few dark secrets they don't really want people to tell. And I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with that. It's just, you know, how people are. And their deepest, darkest secrets probably at some points aren't you know, you don't want to share those things publicly. However, when it comes to this, I think this is another level. And once again, I am not saying that this is common at all. I just think if you're honest with yourself, like deep down when you're alone at night, you do think of some weird things. Let's be honest. Just saying, I'm talking about you in particular. I don't do that. Just saying, but not like this. But there we go. My ex said that he'd take down the cameras too. Wait, what? That's how he got the photos. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm tempted to just give this the moment that it needs. Sorry. Wow. That is genuinely crazy. He'd put up cameras. He'd put up cameras, guys. Sensational scenes. Wow. Let's carry the music back on. All I can say to that is genuinely, wow. Goodness me. Take down the cameras and we shouldn't make a big deal out of it. I asked him where the cameras are and he proceeded to show us. He probably thought he was a good guy for cooperating with us and that it would make the situation less creepy. But it turns out there was a camera in the shower as well. I need like a zoom in on my face. I should have done that. How do I do that? I just get close to the camera, like. Wow, and that's content. If you're listening to this on a podcast platform, I'm very sorry because you just missed some absolute golden content there from my face. I think we can all agree on that. Cameras in the shower. Pretty normal. It was nauseating. The conversation that followed was extremely uncomfortable and my ex said some very provocative and inappropriate things. They ended up having a huge argument about the stolen clothes amongst other topics, and the rest was pretty awful. I eventually went to stay at a friend's place. I'd already packed my stuff anyway. Later that night, my ex texts me that I'm a bad person for invading his privacy. Talk about irony. And that I'm selfish, narcissistic, a bad human being, etc. He said that he's willing to forgive me though. Yes, he really said that. I blocked his number on everywhere. A day later, he came to me at work and I told him to stay away from me. He did that every day for 1 week at different locations until I seriously threatened him. He said that he never cared about me anyway and wished me luck for my future relationships. Holy cow. So he literally never cared. I mean, he just was going after your brother. A couple of days ago, my brother texted me. We haven't spoken at all since that day and apologized. But he still refuses to address the elephant in the room. He's just pretending it never happened. I told him that my ex is clearly not stable. Why would you not notify the police? I honestly don't know what to do. Is there a way that I can report this just in case? I mean, yes. You don't have to be the victim of a crime to report a crime. You can, of course, report it. I think it probably would need your brother to want to get involved, though, for this to actually go anywhere. But, you know, if I see a murder, well, it doesn't make any sense, sorry. If I see a because obviously if you're a murder victim, it's quite hard to report your crime. If I see a robbery, I can still report it to the police, surely. I mean, I don't have to be the victim. Anyway, oh, by the way, it was his 21st birthday yesterday, and I called him in the morning. He told me that he got a present from an unknown sender. I said the sender is probably not unknown. Like, this is 100% my psycho ex. I just know it. What's the present? We don't know what the present is. Oh, that's a shame, but also probably a good thing. As I said, this isn't a positive update. A lot of people seem to be concerned, and that's the only reason I posted this. I just hope things don't get worse. Oh my goodness me. Let's get into the comments. Girl, take that whole laptop to the police. I'm not kidding. This is very serious. If your brother ends up dead, you will never forgive yourself. I agree. I feel like we've seen from OP's ex's reaction that this guy has no remorse. He doesn't really even care that he's caught. And now he might go completely psychotic. So yes, this needs to be higher up, somebody replies. OP, this guy is showing serious signs of a true psychopath and future serial killer behavior. Yeah, I agree. You are not safe, and neither is your brother. Take that laptop and go to the freaking police now. Don't wait. Don't worry about anything else. And check your brother's house for more cameras instantly, if the police don't. This is something you don't just stop doing. It's still happening now. You didn't notice before. You probably wouldn't have noticed it for months if you didn't look on the laptop. That's a very good point. I mean, there's probably more cameras, right? He doesn't have to take all the cameras down. You don't know what he's still got on other devices. You know, there's a decent chance he might have a camera that is like live streaming your bedroom or something like that, or your brother's bedroom that he just hasn't told you about, or like some listening device or something. This guy is clearly crazy. The way he talks to you and views the world is truly disturbing, and the way he told you to stop crying, yeah, that is psychopath behavior. How he went calm, same thing. There's a real freaking chance he will try to be near to your brother in some other way, and he'll do something much worse to him than just pictures. Go to the police. Stay safe. Somebody else said this. This looks interesting. Your brother is an idiot. I hope he wishes up before your ex stashes him in an oubliette. See, normally I would look up this word, but I can't right now because I'm doing this live. Oubliette. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe some form of but like washing basket, maybe? And starts lowering lotion down to him in a basket. Oh, right, I see. Some sort of jail, who knows? You let me know in the comment down below. That's weird. Idiot is a strong word, but actually, now that I think about it, yeah, he is, because you know, you're not just an idiot for doing idiotic things, you're also an idiot for not doing things that you know would save your life, right? As in, if I didn't take medication for sepsis, I'd be an idiot. There we go. Final comments from... That's just such a bad example, but also a good example. Would that be taken out if this was edited? Arguably not, actually. Probably would keep it in. Final comments from OP. I definitely won't post another update. This is the last one. And I forgot to mention it, but I have the laptop. He said that he was doing us a favor by letting us keep it. I mean, he didn't really put up a fight about it. Thanks for your concern either way. And there we go. That is the end of that roller coaster. I don't really know what else to say other than what I've already said throughout that. I do just think the main thing is that OP has to go to the cops immediately, no matter what their brother says. Again, you don't have to be the victim of a crime to report it. Also, you're the one with the evidence anyway. Also, surely your brother will be more pushed to actually like press charges or help out this ridiculous situation if you go to the police first and are like, look, the police have said that this is a real criminal case. My ex could be doing this amount of time with the right evidence. If you come forward as well, it will add etc onto the charges, whatever, onto the sentence. I don't think it would take much convincing, and I don't think it would take much time, to be honest, for OP's brother to get on side and be like, okay, yeah, this was super weird and we need to do this now. So there we go. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. And I'm not quite sure how to react. I think it's just the unsettling thing is the sort of psychopathic nature of this man, in that you guys had no idea what was going on. And by the way, I don't blame you for that, because that is the beauty of a psychopath. I say beauty very lightly there, but they can fit in very well. They can be very charming. They can get along with people extremely well. People often like them a lot. But underneath all of this, you have this, like, yeah, obviously psychopathic underbelly, which is their true character, and only shows in certain situations, I suppose. Like the fact that he went calm there and was like locked in and just knew how to act, and was like, you know what, I don't care that I've been caught. This, stop crying, etc. I'll take the cameras down, whatever. It's not as if he was panicked and like, oh my God, I can't believe I got caught. Like, this is the definition of a psychopath. So yeah, I mean, the main point is you got to go to the police. But there we go. That is going to do it for this one. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought of this format. I've actually really enjoyed it. I feel like it's more interactive and I can say more what I truly believe, even though there's nothing stopping me from doing that when these are recorded. It just feels a bit more personal. So let me know down below if you enjoyed it. Probably got through less content, let's be honest, because I was just waffling a lot. But if you enjoyed that, let me know. I might do a mixture of both in the future if the response to this one is good. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. If you want more right away, check out this episode on screen. You know what? I'll try and find the other video I did like this, where it was more live. So that'll be there. Down here, subscribe. Look at those cuts. That's the beauty of football on AstroTurf. And I will catch you guys on the next one.